What's goody, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Emirachi, and we back with another episode of What's the Tea with Miss Emirachi Bachelor Edition, where we get into the nitty and the gritty of this week's episode of The Bachelor. As you can see, again, I got my co-host. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chiamaka.
Yes, and she will be here with me this whole season. We're going to mix things up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to doing things by myself, but again, my sister been adding a little bit of spice, so we just going to keep her for the rest of the season. But as you can see, I got on my, you know what I'm saying, my little robe or whatever. Because, you know, this week was a little more sexy, more sultry. So I decided to put on a little something. But we're going to get into that later. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we start off the episode with Sarah. Already doing too much.
Doing a lot.
Now, let me tell you something. I didn't think I could hate somebody more than I hated Victoria. See, Sarah took the crowd this year. Sarah was the queen this week.
She was.
Off rip, she doing too much. She crying
a lot.
She already got a rose and she fainting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at first I was a little like, oh dang, like, you know, she fainted, that's sad, blah blah blah. Then we see the progression through the episode and we're just like, yeah, she actually probably faked that faint.
Mm-hmm.
How did you think that the faint was real?
I don't think it was real because I thought people faint like their eyes go closed. But
Okay.
she was awake throughout the whole thing. And it didn't last long. Like, she literally stumbled, sat down, Matt was there and got right back up. That wasn't a fake, girl.
Right.
Her legs was tired.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Her legs was tired.
She just needed to rest for a second.
She just needed to sit down.
She should just sit down.
Right. So she did that little stunt or whatever, and she tried to get Matt's attention. Mind you, and I forgot that she had a one-on-one last week.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see the progression of the episode and why the girls are upset, I'm like, why are they so upset? Why are they so upset? I remember now it's because she had a one-on-one, which was not memorable, so it is what it is.
It wasn't.
But now I see why they was upset, because she's monopolized a lot of time. She one of the only girls that got a one-on-one. She got single time with him and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, she just feel like entitled to his time. But it's just like, sweetheart, what did you think you was getting into? Like, I'm confused. Abigail got the first impression rose. You haven't seen her face since. She's cooling though, because she knows the relationship. Like, she know the connection. So if you know the connection is strong, why is you tripping? Anyway, so, you know, we see that. Then Matt picks Victoria, which I knew he was going to pick her over Marilyn.
That's the producer's rose. Both of them should have went home, in my opinion. There was no purpose in her being there.
It's just like, you're deluge.
She's very deluge.
You're very deluge.
And the thing is, like, she looked the same throughout the whole episode. She looked tired, eye bagged. I don't know. She needs some eye drops, something to lighten up the face.
God.
Because even when, like, they put their makeup on, it's just, it don't give.
Yeah, and it's funny because, like, you see the way Victoria acts, right? Like, she's above everybody, right? And it's funny because the day after last week's episode, I was on Twitter and I was like scrolling through the hashtag Bachelor, and I see the picture of Victoria, and guess what's in the back of that picture?
A Trump sign.
A Trump sign.
She is one of them, and girl, I'm sorry to let you know he will be inaugurated out in the next day and a half. So please
Inaugurated out.
make the way for Mr. Biden and Kamala.
Girl. So it makes sense why she act that way, because, you know, it's a few screws missing in a lot of Trump supporters' heads.
I really don't like her.
Actually, it's a lot of screws missing. So, you know.
Like, she's someone I would slap in person. I don't like her at all.
Yeah, she's not giving what's supposed to give.
It's not.
She's not. So then we get to the group date, you know what I'm saying, again, with the little sexy whatever, talking dirty to me or whatever.
Actually, I was there.
Yeah. And, you know, it was definitely interesting, right? Because I'm the type of person, I take the Brie approach. So when Brie was talking to one-on-one, she's talking about, oh, I didn't want to reveal too much because, you know, I want to leave a little bit.
Guessing.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like, you can't tell them everything.
You gotta leave some excitement.
Right.
Some for them to guess, want to catch.
Exactly. That's
You
what I'm
giving too much.
Per. You gotta leave them. You gotta leave them wanting more. So it's just like, why would you expose everything? I understand you want to bury your soul, heart, blah 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 blah. But I ain't with that whole revelation, everything. But what I will say is, I knew that what's her face? Victoria's gonna be crazy.
It was.
I knew she was gonna be crazy.
Everything was bleeped.
But Kit was wild. Kit was the one that was like his long, thick legs.
I didn't think that was coming though. I think everybody thought it was gonna be something else.
I said, sweetheart.
And the way she was saying it,
long, thick, with an extra K at the end.
she said leg. Girl, his legs is skinny as hell. Like,
so that was cool. Who was your favorites?
my favorite, I liked Anna.
I like Anna. It was very sweet. It was very sweet.
Katie.
Okay, I don't remember Katie. Oh, Katie was the one with the dildo. Yeah. Okay.
Rachel.
I liked Rachel. I liked Rachel. I loved Rachel. I'm happy she got that growth. Because I forgot her. I forgot about her. I didn't know who she was. She wasn't even in my top 10. But I like her. She's starting to grow on me. So, you know, it's beautiful to see girls that I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, wasn't really paying attention to at the beginning start to bring their personality out. And now the girls that we was really paying attention to in the beginning, I don't know them. Because Kayla...
Yeah, I had wrote Kayla until like they cut her off after the second word.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I guess she's a non-factor. Laura, I remember she was at our top. She's a non-factor. Chelsea, like, in no airtime. Just
no airtime.
Okay, so all these girls that we was feeding for in the beginning, they just Mari is gone. Like, I don't know what's going on with her. Like, but everybody, all these other new women starting to rise. So I'm just like, okay, I like seeing this little journey that they on. So it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Damn. You know, boom, we get to the after the group date.
Oh, girl.
And again, we see him spending time with Rachel. But sis, let's talk about this man, right? Because not only did this man kiss with his eyes open, but he kissed with his whole mouth.
He was eating her lips alive. That was food. That was protein. That
was what?
Protein. Wait, that's not protein. You gotta learn. No, it's protein. Or like produce. That's whatever meat is.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's what he was doing. He was having a feast. He was having a feast. That boy ain't eating days because he was eating her ribs.
He said that was protein. No, that was produce. Whatever meat is.
I forgot what it was. But meat in the produce section, so...
Jesus, give me strength. Oh, God, Jesus.
Yeah,
Lord, Jesus, give me strength.
He's weird for that.
So, I don't know why this man kissed with his eyes open. It's very creepy. Like, it's giving very much creepy vibes.
It is.
And I'm just like, I don't understand, like, how one can be comfortable with your, like, I don't know. So, that shit was weird. That shit was weird. Then Sarah just bumps in when he's talking to Katie. He was talking to Kayla.
That's Katie.
Oh, that's Katie?
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking to Katie. Sarah bring her annoying ass. Talking about some, can I get some time?
Her ass.
Let me tell you something. I need them to have a bachelorette that has some guts.
For real.
Some heart. Because, again, I recognize that people have feelings and all this stuff. But you're not about to disrespect other women in front of me. I'm not doing that, bro. And if I was the Bachelorette, I would really be like, no, well, this is not your date. So, is it life-threatening? Is it life-altering? Yes, no. Okay, then I can't.
It's so unnecessary. Like,
yeah, you can get 5 minutes, but you're going to take a whole...
Not even that. Because if somebody is on a date, they're on a date for a reason. You're going to be on your own date. You also have rose ceremony. You have so much time to talk to him between the time when he chooses somebody for rose and you choose... on somebody else's time.
Facts. No, big facts. And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like there needs to be more of a vetting process with these women because every year it's always, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Sweetheart, do you watch the show? Do you watch the show? Do you know what the show is about?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what goes on? Because How did you not know that you was getting yourself into this? If you watch the show, you know it's 30-something odd women or men on the show. You know that they're going to kiss everybody.
They're dating everybody.
It's going to be days where you have a date one day and you don't have a date for 3 more weeks. That's just life. That's how it is. But as long as you are real and you know your connection with that person, you shouldn't be stressed. Like, sweetheart, you insecure. That's why you keep doing all this. Oh, I need attention. I need reassurance. You're insecure. You
Her
think
reasoning didn't even make sense.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, so that shit was blowing
She wasn't
me.
comfortable with what they were doing on the date. It wasn't your date for a reason. I mean, what do you mean you're not comfortable? You signed up for it. You live in the house with these women. What are you not comfortable about?
Right. Like, it reminds me of, I forgot what, I think it was Hannah's season. It was this man, he was like bottom 4, and he was like, oh, I could never be with a woman who is with another man and another man at the same time or some shit like that. It was right before Fantasy Suite. And Hannah was like, so if I was with somebody else before you, like, you can't be with me? He was like, no, that disgusts me, da-da-da. Like, that's giving very much that. Like, oh, if it's not me and only me, I can't be with him. Girl, bye. Like, you on the wrong show. But you should have went on Bachelor in Paradise or something. You should have been on motherfucking Are You the One or
That's
some
what I'm
shit.
saying.
Like, don't be on no show where it's 35 other girls and they vying for one person. You on the wrong show, sweetheart. Try again later. So irritated me. But what was funny was when Katie, when Katie kept, you know what I'm saying, oh, your time is up. She was like, 10 minutes later.
5 minutes later?
5 minutes more? 5 minutes. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. You said, okay, time's up. Oh, you know
you
what?
want more
Okay,
time?
bet. I'm going to sit down right here. And then she gonna get up and take him away. I said,
Like, can we just have a little bit more time? I feel like that's just disrespectful.
Mad disrespectful. And that's the time where Victoria should have butted in. She should have done what she's used to doing, which is getting other people's business. Because unless the producers told them, like, oh no, you can't say nothing, da da da, because I would have been like, oh, you want drama? Here goes some drama. Take your ass out of here, because this is not your date. So.
And then after they left, you know, we saw Rachel and Matt conversate, and I really love it. Like, even though we don't see them like a lot together in the show, like they seem so comfortable together. I just love her. She seemed like a sweetheart, so I'm rooting for her. I am.
Yes, you said Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. Then, boom. So we leave the group date. Then we go to the one-on-one with Serena. I mean, actually, before then, we see that, you know, what's her name? Sarah don't want to come out her room. She's still just, like, I'm just not built for bitches that do too much. Like,
she's just so dramatic. She really is so dramatic.
Go home.
Like, she just in her room acting like, and then Matt goes up there. I'm like, what are you, her knight in shining armor?
It's pick me.
It is very much pick me. What are you laying in the bed for? Talking about I was taking a nap. The producers told you what time to be up.
Exactly.
You chose that.
She should have been up.
Should have been up.
Anyway, so we get to one-on-one with Serena. It's very boring. It's very boring.
It is.
This is my question, right? Why people always want them sharkaroos? What them things?
The fancy cheeses.
Shakaroos.
No.
Shakaroos. I don't know what the word is, but them little boys with cheese and shit. I don't know why people like them things. Look, give me some fruit, mangoes, put a little pineapple, put a little cantaloupe,
some
grapes, and boom.
Some juice.
What's all this cheese shit? Gruyere,
Yeah, no.
Gouda, all this stuff, melting it. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to tolerate.
Like, the only cute thing was the horses, but they're
donkeys.
They was riding horses.
But them donkeys.
With them donkey. I don't like animals like that either.
Yeah, don't be all up in my face, licking on my lips, and that's nasty. Stay over there. And I'm allergic to animals, so bad move. So their date was boring. It was that one-on-one was boring. I will say that they look like they could be siblings.
They do look like they could be related.
They look very much alike.
Their date was just so boring. It was nothing interesting about it. Like, that seemed like a friendship date more than anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then when she was like, oh, she was like, she's not a casual dater and hasn't dated much. And I was like, sis, you're 22.
She's been in one relationship.
You're 22.
You literally just got
out of
college.
college.
This man is been in the real world for a couple of years.
Like, baby girl, what do you mean you never casually dated?
Honestly, I feel
duh,
like
you're a child.
I
You're
feel
a
like when it
minor.
comes to Bachelor and Bachelorette, there should be a certain age limit depending on what the Bachelor or Bachelorette is because, baby, I don't know how you're ready for marriage after being in one relationship.
I mean, some people are,
I guess.
but I don't know. That shit was just weird. And I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, I recognize we're in quarantine, so like you can't do much, right? But shit, I've done more for less in smaller spaces. I literally helped build a whole carnival on my college campus on one little plot of grass. We had a whole carnival. You telling me that all y'all could do is sit there and eat cheese boards?
With some donkeys licking
Right.
up on your cup?
Like, I don't even remember Sarah's date. That's how boring it was. The only person date I remember was Breeze because they went dirt bike riding. At least that was fun. You got these boring ass dates like, why you can't do nothing different? Like, Tasha had better dates, and they was even more in quarantine. They was even more.
Spike.
Like, I don't know. Maybe they just giving off boring, and I'm just like, he need to send home like 5 girls at a time because all of these girls is boring, and I'm just like, this is if it's not for the drama, like this season would be boring.
All the like people that we thought was going to be the main characters are now being pushed. We don't be seeing Abigail anymore.
Right?
I only see her talk one time this episode.
Where's my girl Abigail? Because I'm just like, sis.
I'm looking for Chelsea.
Purr.
Where's Shad?
Abigail. Purr.
Purr.
Bree. Purr. Caleb.
Purr.
But not Victoria. No.
So that happens. Then we boom cut to when all the girls are together. And they
the day card comes.
Yeah, the day card comes. They looking for Shorty. What's her name again?
Sarah.
Sarah. They looking for Sarah. She not there. Blah blah. She shows up. She start crying. These fake tears, talking about I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take time. Blah blah blah. I know that you all, like I know that
just had a lot on my heart.
Yeah,
and
like I know that you all probably feel that. And Victoria was me in that moment. She was like. Victoria was like, who are you? And who do you think is your friend? Like, who are you talking to? Yeah. Like, we is not your friends. Like, sweetheart, we don't care about you like that. Like,
also, I feel like, Sarah, I don't like her either, but it was kind of harsh. Just a little bit. Victoria was being kind of harsh.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not. You doing too much. Why is you crying? And I recognize that her dad is sick, so that makes sense. But they don't know that, right? And yes, I don't agree that you should come at somebody when you don't know their story, because yes, everybody dealing with things. But sweetheart, this is not like one day you was just crying, and then everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, what's going on?" And then you was like, "My dad is sick. Okay, I gotta go home." No, you was a manipulator, bro.
Yeah,
you calculated. You're doing this to yourself, bro. Like, and then when you go talk to Matt, you talking about some oldies women.
That's when I didn't like it.
No, I don't fuck with that.
Like, I started feeling bad when she was talking to Katie, and her and Katie were crying. She was telling Katie about like how the things with her dad and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, I kind of, feel a little bit bad. Maybe they're putting her down when she's already down, even though they don't know. But then I was like, girl, it's F Sarah till the dating show was over, because the way she was telling Matt, it was just
lies.
It was manipulated. That's one thing about this man. He's been manipulated this whole season.
And the icing on the cake, and I'm going to show y'all the clip. It was no tears coming out this girl's eyes. Like, this girl was squeezing her eyes, trying to produce tear ducts.
I really think she put eyeliner under her eye
and rubbed that bitch.
Kept rubbing her eye, because there was no tears.
None.
And she was sniffling. It's probably cold.
It's probably mucus. Yeah,
it is.
Mucus buildup. It's definitely mucus.
She wasn't crying. She didn't cry at all.
Because I'm just like, where are these tears coming from? There's notes. I did not see not one drop, and I have a picture and the video to show y'all that there was no tears coming out her eyes. No. And that's why she kept her eyes down. Someone
That is what they should look at him once when she was crying. She kept that face real down.
Because she wasn't crying.
She said, Anstine.
She was acting. And that's why she need to go home with her friend Victoria. And it makes sense that they was friends before. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Very much so.
Yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all we got today.
We see the recap. Well, what's coming up next week, and that should be very interesting. New girls.
Yeah.
New girls.
New girls. More drama. A whole lot of drama.
A whole lot of drama.
And
one of them kisses her.
I don't like what The Bachelor is doing with
I don't like
this.
this either.
Why you keep bringing new people in? Like
It's
that's,
unorganized.
it made sense for Tayshia, but why for Matt? Like
I don't like that either because it's like now they're building actual feelings for each other and this is bringing more people.
Yeah.
It's already too much going on.
yeah,
Y'all done had 30 girls, brought it down, now you're bringing it back up. I don't get the purpose of that.
yeah, it's too much.
I feel like probably because there's no drama this season. There's nothing entertaining about this season. They need to spice it up. Well, y'all do that.
True, that's true. Well, we're gonna see next week, you know what I'm saying? But as always, make sure y'all tune in every single week, same time and date for What's the Tea with Miss Emma Vachi. We get into the nitty and the gritty of that week's episode of The Bachelor. Tune in next week. We'll be back.